Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Airships. Once again, this is episode 7 and it really doesn't matter actually because in the previous episode we won the campaign, so it really is a bit of a fresh start. I was going to leave this and give it until say like version 7 because it's version 6.0.1 at the moment, and I thought I'll leave it until Alpha 7, but then I realised that I want to build more ships and I want to keep playing, and it seems that you want to see more of this. Actually, I don't know about you personally, but you know, other people who watch this might want more, but I guess if you're hearing this then you do want to watch this, so that sort of made the previous statement redundant. Anyway, we're going to do a new game. We're going to do a brand new game on this one. We're going to have a large map as before. We'll have the same coat of arms as we had there because it's basically increased income. It means we can do pretty much everything. If we go to edit arms, there's other things we can have as well, like for example build a grand prow. That's the ram's head. Ships ready for commands twice as fast. That's pretty good. All cannons twice as accurate. Again, all good stuff here. It's actually quite game changing, a lot of these things. A crown. Conquered cities have no pacification period. That's really good actually. I like the dragon one, but no bonus implemented yet. Ooh. Same as all of this other stuff. Revolting cities join your empire. That's a guillotine. Repair 50% faster. Spy actions are 50% cheaper. Put fires out twice as quickly. That's all of this stuff's alright, but I like this one. The Grand Prow, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if you can get that in game. I assume that you can, but it's not something I want to completely like sacrifice. Not sacrifice, but it's not something I really want to go for. I'd rather have this one because then obviously then people can say what they want to build and I've got more money to build that. So we're going to go for a large map as I've said, and we need a name for this one, so it's going to be called the Generican again, I think. No. Genericington. Genericington, there we go. That's been, for some reason, that's now a staple of the entire series, that we have Ington at the end of everything. So, just going to pause it for a moment and we'll check around, because obviously it's a completely randomized map, and this is a really interesting one actually. It is, I wish I started there on that island, that would be fantastic, but no, I am here, and next to us we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people around here, actually fairly close by the look of it, so we could get assaulted very quickly. What I do like is that over here everybody's all clumped up, so it should be very violent over that side. Hopefully, because I'm in a corner, I won't be as I won't be hounded as much as other people. Down here, again, it's probably going to be quite tough, but obviously with the distance between the islands, it means that there's probably, you know, a lot of more advanced warning because of the distance and stuff. Oh, look at that. All these little Loch Ness and Nessie things popping up and stuff. And the little whale, I like that. Little hand-drawn touches there. One case, Vermincide, urgent shipment, apparently. You get all these little notes all over the place. Urgent eyes on... What? Urgent eyes only. Signs of riots in KM advised. Yeah, fair enough. Lots of things around here. Right, so we need to build a new ship. So we're going to go to Generic and we're going to create ship. We're going to do the same thing as we were doing before. So we'll build a new ship, or at least try and build a new ship every episode. Now, there's been a new weapon added, and it is the Flack turret. But for some reason, this one says mod_Flack_cannon. And I guess that's Alpha Gamers Alpha. I know it's been added in the latest patch, so what I'm going to do is add it on. Now, what the Flack cannon does, it's got a big burst as far as I'm aware, but it can only fire up. As you can see, it's just pointing straight up. So my idea is to have a ship that's quite small, quite fast, quite nimble, but the idea is that it just goes straight underneath of the ship and just plows in and just fires upwards. That's the idea of it. So we're going to have it 5 long. Actually, no. What we're going to have it as long as the large keel, which is sadly not as long as I thought it was. So we're going to have a large keel on this one, so it'll be that long. That's as far as we'll have it. It means, however, that we need something at the front, which will probably be a bridge. We could have a bridge on that. No, a cockpit. We'll have a little cockpit there. That makes it the right length. Excellent. Okay. So we need some coal stores and we need some ammo stores and all that sort of thing. So we'll go for a small ammo store, and we don't need a lot of ammo, so we'll just do that. Then we'll go for a coal store. Again, we'll go for probably a small coal store. I think that will do us quite nicely. There we are. And then we want a fire point right in the center. That should connect things up. And then perhaps a Cargo hatch going down, maybe? I don't know. Cargo hatch down like that. We do need some sort of suspendium chamber now that I think about it. But we probably don't need all of them coal stores there. Let's just get rid of these. How can we get people down here? Now you can see there's obviously ladders going down, but we need something where it'll connect up to that. So coal store, no. Actual big coal store like that would probably do us nicely. That'll allow us to go up and down. There we go. But we don't need a lot of coal, so that's a fairly useless ammo store. We could, if I want to, just have a ammo store like that. That makes a bit more sense to me. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I can have a small coal store there, and then... Actually, we'll get rid of that ammo store, move it a little bit further along, because it means we can have a suspendium chamber shoved in between that. We'll go propulsion first, actually. We'll shove a propeller on it. Do we want a big propeller? A big propeller might be a bit overkill. We could probably have 2 small propellers like that. That'll probably do us. That'll probably do it okay. We'll go for a small coal store again like that. And we're not going to have any repair shop or anything like that. We do need crew. That's one of the things I've sort of forgotten about. Oops. Let's put the suspendium chamber in first. So we'll go to our lift and then shove in a small suspendium chamber like so. That sadly doesn't connect the top bit up, which is problematic. So we'll have to get rid of that. And that one. We'll put the small suspendium chamber in first. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the structural and put our large keel on it. And just check, what is our service ceiling? Minus 19. So that won't work. I wanted to check, will a small suspendium chamber work? No, it won't. So we're going to have to put a large one in. So it'll be, we'll get rid of that. We'll put a standard suspendium chamber, not a large one. Suspendium chamber in there. That's a service ceiling of 40 meters. That'll be about right, actually, when we got the crew in and such. If it gets to about 20 meters, that'll do me. As I said, it's a very small ship. The whole point is that we drive underneath and then just land. I'm actually going to make this quite heavily armoured as well. So we'll get rid of them too. We don't need to be quite quick, but it would be a nice idea if we can actually get to where we're going in any reasonable time. So I'm going to shove that in. Oh, this is going to be problematic again because I don't know where I can put my coal. In fact, the coal store, small coal store. It's not going to work. So I think I'm going to have to shift this forward. What am I going to do here? Coal store there doesn't really fit up to anything. Unless... See, where's that? Oh no, there's an entrance there. Then if I put a supply hatch there... that doesn't connect up to the top. It's going to have to be a corridor. That's all that connected up. And then we need a... Well, we need some sort of propulsion, don't we? What we need first, actually, now that I think about it, is some sort of crew! So we'll go for crew first. Command and crew. Berth. Berth there. Berth there. Air Sailor 6. Recommended crew... more. Right. Air Sailor 6... No, main crew 7, recommended 12. I think I'm trying to squeeze in too small a space. If we go back to our structural and got a small keel, we could extend it and make it a little bit longer. So that's what we'll do. We'll make it a little bit longer. And we'll have it so we can... 1, 2, 3, there we go. The reason I'm leaving this bit in the center is so I can go up like that, and then we got full access to it. That makes a bit more sense to me. Right, okay. So, ammo, we're going to remove and shove. Actually, I probably want it in the center. I can get rid of these bits here, and then go for an ammo store right there. Right in the center of the ship. That works for me. I like that. Okay, fine. Then we need to do a suspendium chamber. Now, the problem now is that it's probably going to be too heavy for just one suspendium chamber. Once we shove armor on it, it's probably going to be too heavy. So let's just go for a... how much would that service ceiling of 13 meters? We'd have to have 2. It's because of the Grand Keel is so heavy. Shove that in there. 2 of them. 2 of them's far too much. What about we have a small one and a big one? 29 meters. We'll see how that one goes. We'll see how this one goes. We might have to change it around. It's obviously it's a progressive thing. Command and crew, quarters. Boom. Recommended crew 12, main crew 10. We need to add some more to that, and I'm going to put them there. We need some coal, so coal will go, so obviously resources here, and then we'll go for small coal store, either side, like that. There's no access to that, but I reckon if I just delete that, shove the coal in there, it means that to get to that, they have to go all the way around. I don't like that. Let's just remove that, and shove it in like so. Will that one work? No. None of this is working for me. It's because of all of the doors, you see. I could make it a little bit taller, but I want it as small as I can. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan that one. We're definitely gonna have it the original size because I want it to be quite small. Longer is not. Is longer better? Longer might be better for this one. Oh, I can't decide. You know what? I think it might have just been. It might have been all right the way it was because the longer. Yeah, longer is better because then it can slide under stuff better. Where obviously if it's taller, then it's going to have it's going to be a bit problematic. We'll go back for the keel here. It's this entire keel. Do we need a keel on it? If we get rid of the keel, we will, you know, basically resolve all of the issues I'm having, which service ceiling of 240 meters. Shove the keel on it, bang, 36. We don't need the keel on it, I've decided. We're not going to have the keel. We are going to land, but we're not going to have the keel. That's where all of this problem's coming from. So we'll go back to structural, put a corridor on there, and there's that, fine. We need to put some coal store. I think that'll resolve this issue. In fact, we can probably get rid of that. And go back to our resources. We'll go to a coal store. What sort of size coal store do we want? I could have that there. I think I've worked this out now, and then we'll put a suspendium chamber with lift either side like so. That gives us 103 service ceiling. That's more than enough. We need some air sailors on this thing, so we will get some air sailors by going to command and crew, go to quarters, double quarters like that, and then at the back we will shove some corridors like so. Slight problem is that the actual propulsion will be a small propeller there. We'll have to see how this one goes. If we just go back to our supply hatch, because we do need a supply hatch. There's a supply hatch there. What are we missing now? Obviously, it's now a legitimate ship. It will fly. It has main crew 11, recommend crew 17. We've got 24. We're actually overcrewed it a little bit. So what I can do, I can just start and shrink this down a bit and go back to crew. Put a berth in. Probably at the front, actually. No, not at the front. There and actually, yes, at the front. Air sailors 18, recommended 17. Good. We will put in some troops. We need a guard post either side. And the reason it's going to go either side is because in the centre, we'll have a supply hatch. We'll get rid of that one at the back. And it means that, actually, I could probably put a coal store there, and then that'll power the engine. That works out for me, I think. Although there's a lot of coal in for a ship that doesn't really need a lot of it. And it means you have to go along and around. Actually, that's a really annoying way of getting around. Let's have a quick look. Coal. There's just two. Yeah, we don't need it. We just don't need it. We'll put that going down. What else can we put in? We can kind of a repair base, small ammo store we don't need. Haven't got a fire point. Could just have another small propeller and just get where we need to go quickly. Recommended crew 18, sailors 18. The problem we have is that we don't have any repair abilities. We can't put fires out. That's probably going to come back and haunt me. I can already feel it coming back to haunt me, so let's resolve this issue. Let us get some fire points in. I don't mind making it longer if it will actually work, so we'll put in a fire point there, and then we'll put more guns on it, just make the guns go forward. It doesn't really matter to me. And then we haven't got a repair base, so I'll just put more flak, And then we'll go for a repair bay, which is there. Problem is that I'm front loading all of this, so we'll see what happens here. We will then need to put in a... probably more crew now that I think about it, but we'll see. We'll put in... we haven't got any command, so we'll go for that. We'll go for a... just a cockpit, actually. Don't need a bridge. Air sailors 12, recommend a crew 26, put another quarters in, and... that sort of works out. Does it work out? Yes, but it won't fit in, so we'll have to get rid of that repair bay. Or we could just put some corridor down the front. That would fix that right up. And actually, probably going to put another guard post in. This is actually getting bigger than I want it to be honest with you, but it's getting to a point now where I'm not actually caring. Right. Marines on guard 3. We've got air sailors 24, recommended 26. Yeah. It's a little bit undercrewed. Actually, we could probably put a berth in there, and that'll resolve that issue. Berth. Boom. There we go. Recommended 26. We've got 27. Right. Need more supply hatches now because it's bigger. Of course it's bigger. On the front, I guess. Yeah, we'll remove that. Put that guard post there, because then I'm going to put a... do I want to put a bridge up, a supply hatch there? Nah, that's just not working out. Put a supply hatch there. It just weakens the entire design, because it means they can just get there and then straight into the bridge, and then there you go, you've been taken out, which would not be conducive to survival. Let's just get rid of them, and we'll put 2 supply hatches in there. There we go, that works out. And then back to our troops. Guard post in the bottom. Cannot give commands to ship. I don't know why it's saying that. Get rid of the basic tab. Get rid of that resources tab. Just close it all down. Corridor. No, ship has no marines. I know. I know. I don't want any marines. Do I need a guard post? She has no marines. That's a weird one. Is it because I don't have enough air sailors? It might be. Go back to berth. No marines again. Do I actually need a guard post in it? Maybe I do need a guard post. But again, it's just getting too big. It's getting too big. We're going to have to get rid of the guard posts. And leave it like that. We'll just have to deal with the fact that it could be boarded. There's enough crew to hopefully resolve the issue. Air sailors 24. Recommend a crew. We're not there yet. So putting a guard post in, see, originally worked, so I don't know why it's now telling me that we've got problems. Right, yeah, we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna put the berths in like that at the front, just berths all at the front, and that will do us. Just because we've spent too long on this thing, we're gonna alter it probably next episode, but we'll see what happens. Right, armor. I want steel armor on the entire thing. Phil, what's our service ceiling? Your service ceiling is dangerously low. 1 meter. Maybe we'll fill it with steel. We'll fill it with steel wall rather than steel armor. And our service ceiling is 37. That's about where we need it to. And there, right? I think we are done. We'll go to decoration, obviously. We need to... well, that's a bit too big. It's probably one of the longest ships I've made here. And then what we'll do is... what we'll do is we'll just lay it out like this. No, that doesn't work for me. I like the idea of it being about... there. It obscures the supply hatches. No, I'll just put it on the front there. There we go. Right. There is our ship. It doesn't make sense there. There is a bit better. No, there. I can't decide. That'll do. Right. I think we're about right. Rename. Obviously, we are going to go for the generic naming convention, GAV, which is generic air vessel, generic airship vehicle, whatever. Could call it the HMS. No, we're just going to call it GAV. And then it's going to be the Flackington. It's going to be called the Flackington. And we'll click OK. And then we will save the design. That really took longer than I expected. So we'll leave that because I can't build it. So I'll just have to unpause it. And we'll see what happens. Now, I'm receiving a little bit of money. And we're going to build that as fast as we can. But obviously, slight issue here. It's only really good versus ships. That's one of the things I didn't really point out. It's only really good versus ships. So we're going to go to Genericton, build ship. And the Flackington, we're now building a Flackington. Excellent. So who we're going to assault? Looks like, obviously, things are happening. Stuff's moving about. That's good. I do need to build another ship. And we'll probably we need an Aswarmington, I think. Yeah, we'll need to build this Warmington, but that's 500, so I'll wait until I've got enough money for that, because... Do I want to do that? I could just invade up here. We do have a corrector with us, so we should be alright. Oh no, they're assaulting over here with different ships. Yeah, they've actually repelled them as well. Right, build ship. Aswarmington is 500. Hang on, so why couldn't we build that one then? Gather Swarmington. Ah, we don't have a flamethrower, do we? Flamethrower is not available. That's problematic then. Okay, fine. We're just going to put up with what we've got. Let's assault this guy here because we know he's got a ship. Actually, no, we'll assault them because they've just moved off. And they're actually the closest one to us. So we'll invade them. And here we go. So, first fight of this episode. They have a little tower. And they have no ships, obviously. So, I'm going to move my Flackingtons over there. And then the other ship will put down here. And then we will click start. So... Oh, there's a suspendium thing going up and down. We need to quickly go ahead before it lands on us. Too late. Oh, for good grief. Right, so this is going quite well, I feel. Yeah, that thing there was our problem. It's a good job we put that fire point and repair thing in, isn't it? Because otherwise we would basically be broke now. So we'll see if we can take off. We can't because that suspendium rock is going up and down. So either way... Oh, there's been a big explosion at the front there. I think that was a bit of lightning, actually. Looks like we've lost a lot of the ship. I'm going to move this one down. We are actually taking out their tower by the look of it. But the Flackington is really a useless entity at this point here. In fact, it's pretty much going to lose. We're just going to lose all of the money on it. I think we are actually... Yeah, we've been defeated. We're going to have to flee. We're going to have to flee. We're going to have to flee back to our home base again. And as you can see, the Flackington is really damaged now. In fact, so much so that I'm going to scrap it because it is pretty much a useless vessel without any command. We're going to have to build ship again. We'll try and build the Flackington once more. And when this time we're going to send it there. Enemy spies sabotage destruction of the Flackington. Oh, they tried to at least. I'm not going to alter my my Empire screen. I'm going to keep it as is. That's a bit naughty. These guys here, they're taking over. They've already destroyed 2 people, the ones that were there. They've taken that one and taken that one. Right, so I'm going to invade them over this side. Now, again, I've got the Flackington, and I have the other ship that I had at the start. So they've got that one, and they don't have a tower because they've just invaded. So the Flackington actually might do quite well here. Let's just move these guys at the back, and we'll click start. And it is currently dawn, so distracting light from the east means shots fired from left to right are less accurate. So that's me, sadly. We're going to move the Flackington right underneath, and we're going to see how this works. So, Flackington's gone underneath. There you go. There's the flak shots going. I'm going to keep this order going. And, oh, they've got a big cannon. Wow, that went straight through me. There's the flak. There's the flak. Oh, my good grief. Well, then. That functioned as intended. Gentle takeover on that one. And it looks like I'm defending again straight away because of their ship that was there. We're going to start that, and we're going to move the Flackington straight underneath. But did you see how quick that was? Ah, it looks like it's a victory straight away. They're running over to that area. I'm going to actually follow them straight away because we might as well keep the speed going here. Problematic though, they've got a fairly big tower, but we'll click start and we'll see what happens. So start that. Looks like that guy's already defeated, but that doesn't really matter to me. I just need to get these ships down and we'll move them over here. Now, the Flackington is getting shot, and it looks like they actually are shooting up there. Yeah, you can see the shots going into them, and there's massive explosions all around. They're just inverted bombs, aren't they, Flack? That's all it is, really. And the Flackington's really taking hits. It can't take hits at all. Looks like that armor really isn't doing anything, but good grief, it doesn't have to wreck other ships. So we're going to give it some more orders. We're going to tell it to move right down to there, and hopefully we won't hit these suspendium rocks, which we haven't. I want to bring it right down because then the Flackington ships might be able to do it something. This isn't working. I'm just going to flee. I'm just going to flee there and run back to that area that we take. And what happened was they've got a Gatling gun. They've got a Gatling gun, which is why they've been able to take us out there. That's very problematic. Either way, I think we're going to have to leave it there. We're going to start building. We'll probably have to alter some ships and build some more, but that is... It's not bad. The ship works, and that's all that really matters. It does work, but it's not perfect. It actually doesn't take nowhere near as many hits as I thought it could take. Although we're coming against some fairly big guns. There was someone with a big cannon, and also some Gatling guns as well. So that's problematic. But either way, comments in the comments. Next episode, we'll build another ship or make alterations to other ones. What we're definitely going to do is... Whoa, we've got a telescope now from this area as well. We're going to alter the Ass Swarmington and make it just the, probably the Gav Swarmington just once again. And then we can build it, because at the moment we can't build it because we don't have a flamethrower. So we'll just make it the Assaultington again, or some other variation of that. As I said, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.